Back to health, back to play, back to life. That is the hope when it comes to recovering after a major injury, and it's what the team at Ohio Health Rehabilitation Hospital strives to do by offering a peer support group to their patients with spinal cord injuries. So 3 of those peers are here today to share more about an upcoming resource fair and what they can do to help. So I'd like to welcome Brad Burns, Marley Sadi, and Peter Noel all to Daytime. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you for inviting us.
All right, Brad, let's start with you. Tell us about your group and kind of how you got started in this.
Yeah, absolutely. So about 2 years ago, with partnership with Ohio Health Inpatient Rehab Hospital, we started this support group. Essentially, like the point was to get people in the community to go out and meet individuals that are newly injured. Because when you're newly injured, you're basically in survivor mode. You don't really know what's going on, and there's not really that light at the end of the tunnel. So what we do is we have like a meeting. The first half is kind of like an educational thing. We have somebody kind of talk a little bit. But the whole point of it is more social hours, so they can meet people who've been out, been successful, gone out and done things with their lives to show that just because you're newly injured now and you can't see what's going to happen, there is a light out there and it does get better and you can live a full and happy, successful life. One of the things that we've recently been doing is, this is the second year for the sports fair.
Yeah.
Because sports, to me, I think are a great way to get people out and like to be not only physically active, but try to get that mental aspect as well. So when you go out and you meet people that are similar to you and have your similar injuries, you can go out and you kind of discover what's out there instead of just the mundane rehab and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, and I know when they talk about, kayaking trips and different things that they can, obviously the Paralympics, there are a lot of sports and a lot of, I guess, athletics that you can do after you've been injured that maybe people don't realize.
Oh, absolutely. And the cool thing about like Columbus is there are a ton of sports available. It's just people don't really know what they are.
Yeah.
So having like this sports fair and having people to come out and everything's all set up right there for you to kind of go to different booths and see what sport, and there's something for every ability, whether your age or whatever your disability is.
Okay, and Marley, you are going to have a presence at the fair as well, and you're with the Center for Disability Empowerment. So first tell us a little about your group and what you do.
All right, well, the Center for Disability Empowerment is a nonprofit that provides information and resources to individuals with disabilities of any age and any disability in both Delaware and Franklin, Ohio, and Columbus, Ohio. And we offer 5 core services of information and referral, peer support, transition services, independent living skills training, and advocacy. And just to give you highlights of what my office itself offers, we have a personal care assistant program, we have a pre-employment transition program, we have a benefits counselor, a temporary ramp program, a Speak Up, Stay Safe community health and training program. It's all very cool stuff.
I was going to say, you do kind of everything. I mean,
a little bit
of everything to help these folks.
We're new and we opened in 2013, so we're very new to the community and we're just trying to make a name for ourselves and help as much as we can. And that's part of the outreach of hosting a table at the resource fair this year.
And at the resource fair, you're going to obviously have all kinds of information and ways for people to get this help. You're also going to be doing, I just thought it was interesting, a fashion show.
Yes.
Even to show people how to adapt their clothing to suit their needs. And these kinds of things are I guess, vital to people feeling like they're living their normal life, right?
Yes, and the best part of the fashion show, it's adapted clothing that you did yourself. Honestly, it's everyday clothing that you just find that works for your disability needs and comforts. So that's really great for low-income families. It's very important.
Yeah, to use what you have and make it work for you.
And make it work for you, yes.
All right, Peter, this month also, I mean, it just so happens to be Spinal Cord Injury Month as well, yeah. Right? And you deal a lot with trying to kind of get dollars for research.
That's right, yes, apart from, with Brad and Marley being a mentor as well. But overall, nationally, there are about 17,500 new spinal cord injuries every year. So in Ohio, there's about 23,000 people who are living with some degree of paralysis due to SCI. Now, the good news is that spinal cord injuries don't significantly impact life expectancy.
Right.
However, the bad news is that because of that, long-term care costs are very high. With those 23,000 in Ohio, the annual costs of care are about $900 million. and of that, about 60% is borne by the state budget. So there is a significant economic impact. Now, for most people, as Brad has said, after injury, most people's desire is to do nothing more than to get back to be a positive contributor to society, or at least be more independent.
Right.
And with that in mind, there's a national organization which I'm part of, which is Unite to Fight Paralysis, that exists to unite and empower the SCI community to find a cure for paralysis through education and support for SCI research. And within that organization, there's another organization called the Cure Advocacy Network, which is a multi-state effort to pass legislation at the state level to fund SCI research for functional recovery, i.e. to improve the quality of life.
Right, you want to get a little more money, obviously, to help find cures, to help fund research. Yeah. And I want to let people know quickly before we leave, tomorrow, that Adaptive Sports Resource Fair, where there'll be all kinds of information, is happening. It's 1:30 to 4:30 at Ohio Health Rehabilitation Hospital, which is on Denison Avenue in Columbus. Admission is free, so you can learn all about it, and you can also visit ohiohealth-rehab.com as well.
Actually from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m.
Oh, 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. I stand corrected.
Sorry.
So you're good. So come on tomorrow
come on
night,
down.
right? And visit with everybody. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you so much.